99% of people want to be successful, want to be respected, don't want to be average. But 99% of people do what the average person does, so they get average results. And this is evident in your mindset and in your daily habits. First of all, to achieve everything, you need to know what you want. You need to have a destination. And then from there on forward is what you do every single day to actually get there. And this is why your mindset is so important, because your mindset is that self-talk when you're faced with difficult situations, when you don't want to do that thing. It shows up in your daily routines because it's that voice that is telling you whether to do this or to do that. And most of the time, everyone goes to conformity. This is the pandemic that we live in today. Not that there's no opportunity, not that the world is hard, not that the world is going against you, is that everyone wants to be comfortable. Going for everything that you want is not going to be easy. It is going to be hard. So you have to accustom yourself to do hard things. Now, you're not going to feel like it. You're not always going to have motivation, and that's why you need discipline. Because in difficult situations, your perspective is everything. When you have something hard and something that seems like is meant to break you, there is always a positive in every negative situation. Yet the average person always chooses to see the negative and stay in that situation. The question I'm going to ask you is, do you want this thing? And if the answer is yes, then why would you stop if you are not there? That is everyone's biggest problem. Everyone says the greats never give up, yet that is what the average person always does with the slightest inconvenience. That hard that you're feeling, that hard that you're going through, you always knew that you were going to feel it. So why are you complaining now that you are finally living the expectation? So today I'm going to give you the 1% formula so you can develop the 1% mindset to actually achieve all of your goals. Now, the first thing that you guys need to do is you need to know what you want. The moment you know what you want, you're already halfway there. You have to understand that this thing that you want, you do not currently have it. So there is going to be obstacles, there's going to be trials, there's going to be tribulations, because if you knew how to do it, you would have already done it by now, but you haven't. So every obstacle that you are going to face, which you are, is going to be the very thing that is going to lead you to where you want to get to. That's why your perspective, every time you face hardship, you have to view like a repetition. I have never gone through this situation. What am I meant to learn from this? I used to be so afraid of speaking in front of camera because I used to think, what is this person going to think of me? Is this person going to judge me? In reality, I was judging myself through the eyes of others because I was just assuming what they were thinking. This is why your perspective is everything. Every time you encounter hardship, that is an opportunity for you to grow, because I don't want to stay here. I know where I want to go. Until I get there, I am not going to stop. The second thing you need to develop is a daily process. The most successful people, they only live in today, because today is the best day in your life. Because yesterday, that doesn't exist. It doesn't matter what you did or what you didn't do. The past is the past. You ain't going that way. Tomorrow doesn't exist because you can't even guarantee that you are going to wake up tomorrow. That is everyone's biggest problem. They're so frustrated and so overwhelmed with what they're going to do next week, next year, next month, but they haven't even got through today's problem. That's why you need to have a daily system that's going to leverage you and propel you forward to that goal every single day. That's why you have to maximize and focus in on taking action today. That's why everyone lives so full of fear. You have to control this emotion of fear, because it's just a worst case scenario of the future. Oh, what if this is going to happen? Well, the question is, what if it does go your way? The thing is, the reason you don't think positive like that is because you don't ever believe anything that you say, is because you have shit habits which have given you shit results. But that is why we're here to change it. You have to follow through with everything that you're going to say, that you are going to do from today. And it's all in the small choices that you make. What time do you say you're going to wake up? That workout that you said you were going to do, that meal that you said you were going to prepare, that task that you said you were going to do. Every time that you don't do it, you are disrespecting yourself. You have to build a solid relationship with yourself to believe you can achieve big things. If you don't believe in yourself, who will? Third thing is, you have to develop consistency. This is everyone's biggest problem. They get so motivated for 1 day, 2 weeks after you watch this video, you go out and you're consistent for 2 days, and then after the third day, you fall off. You are never going to achieve anything if you keep on starting, stopping. You have to keep the mind frame of keeping consistent, and that's why I told you, just focus on the daily process. Once you focus on the daily process, that allows you to have that continuum to eventually get there. Most people give up before they see the miracle happen, and the way you do that is controlling your emotions. I used to be so governed by my emotions that the moment I saw like it was happening, I would have days where I feel super optimistic, like everything was going my way, and then I'll do what I was meant to do. And then days where I couldn't see it ever happening, I would feel so low. Today would seem so negative, and then I'd imagine my future looking exactly the same, and that would demotivate me from ever actually taking the action, thinking, did I make the right choices? Should have I gone to university? Should I have done this? And then it would just leave me with depression. And what does that do? it enables you, it paralyzes you from ever taking action. And if you don't take action, you will never get there. That's why the key to everything is regulating your emotions. Don't get overly excited when something good goes well, because now it changes the way that you feel and it changes the way that you do things. You could be doing more. Or if you feel overly sad, then you act based on that emotion, then you don't feel like doing anything. Now the way that you execute is not up to par. So that's why you have to stay on the constant. The goal is that you are going to feel emotions, you are going to be upset some days, but the key is whenever you do get upset, how quickly can you come back down to doing what you're meant to do, to having a neutral emotions. The biggest issue is that so many people take months to go back and let shit go. You have to let shit go as quickly as possible. So that's repetition, it's training. The first time you do, don't expect that you're meant to let go of it straight away. No, it's meant to take months, then weeks, then minutes, then hours, and then seconds. You want to get rid of it as quickly as possible, so like that you can take action continuously. And that is the key. Now we live in a society where everyone is so weak, everyone wants everything given to them, and that's why comfort is the biggest killer in today's society. That's why no one ever achieves their goals, because everyone is so soft, everyone thinks easy, everyone wants someone to save them. But that is not going to happen. If you construct yourself to become someone strong, if you construct yourself to be someone disciplined, someone that keeps on going, how can you fail? It is so easy to lose in a world where everyone just breaks for the slightest bit of pressure. Oh, don't hurt my feelings. But the person that keeps you uncomfortable is someone that actually cares, because on the other side of discomfort there is growth. Just look at the evidence in your own personal life. How many times have you grown on the other side of discomfort? When have you ever grown being comfortable? You don't even like being comfortable. Sit down for a whole week eating like shit, which is comfortable, watching Netflix, which is comfortable, waking up late feeling comfortable, scrolling on your phone feeling comfortable, and that's most likely what you do. And how do you feel from doing that? You feel like shit. You don't feel like a human, because you are not doing what a human's meant to do. A human is always meant to be progressive. So why are you staying stuck? And that is a choice, and I am teaching you to make better choices. That's why you need to start changing your habits, and your habits stem from the way that you think, and that's from your paradigms. Realizing that whenever hardship is, that is meant for me. That is what you guys need to understand, and that is a 1% mentality. Stop making excuses. That is a weak mentality. Whenever hardship come your way, you accept it, you solve it, and you apply it. What are you meant to be doing in that situation? And that's how you start changing your habits. Why do you brush your teeth? You don't brush your teeth because you enjoy the having to go to the toilet when you're tired brushing your teeth. No, it's that you don't want to have bad teeth. So the same thing, you don't want to do these uncomfortable things, but you don't want to live the life that you hate. And every time you don't do the things that you are meant to do to create that life, you are creating the life that you hate. Now, there is no one to blame but yourself. Now, yes, you could have started 10 years ago. The next best time to start is today. You have to be disciplined. You have to be consistent. And you have to remember that the life that you hate to live is the one that you are creating. You're not taking the action to get there. You have to be someone who's resilient. If you are serious about achieving your goals, you apply what I've just told you. Now, if you enjoyed this video, put down in the comment section below what was your biggest takeaway. Now, if you want me to help you, guide you hand by hand to become the person you are proud of, someone that you respect, someone that will help you achieve all of your goals, DM me the word ready on Instagram or book a call down below to see if I can help you. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Love you guys. Let's go.